The stray bullet struck her right in the stomach. It pierced the skin, but started to slow down as it entered her body fat. Layer by layer, the fat absorbed more of the bullet's energy, like a cushion. And by the time it hit deeper tissue, the bullet had lost most of its force, coming to a stop before hitting any organs and saving her life.
That's why you should come to the largest buffet in Annapolis.
We hope you did well, and we look forward to your blessed usherance.
The Morning Stream. Raw meat. Do you like raw meat? Hello and welcome to TMS, the Morning Stream. That's right, it's Thursday, February 26, 2026.
Oh, we have it. There's our day right there.
It's fun to say.
I like how there was the hesitation as you realized. It was like, all right, February 26, 2026.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've been leading up to it all week, and then it kind of creeped up and grabbed me.
Snuck up, yeah.
Pinch me on the bum.
That's right.
I'm Scott Johnson. That's Brian Ibbett. Good morning, Brian Ibbett.
Hello.
Hey, man.
Hello. As we inch ever closer to 3,000, look at that. We love you 3,000.
Oh my
TMS
gosh.
3000 coming up in 30 episodes.
30 measly episodes. That's really not that far off. Like that's what,
it isn't.
a month?
What is that going to be?
Month
Middle
and a half.
of April? Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna celebrate. We're gonna have a 3,000 mug because we always do a mug. That's just a thing we do. It's a tradition around here.
Of course. Yep.
And who knows what else? How else could we celebrate?
Who knows what else? You know, might dress up as Tony Stark and say, I love you 3,000. That might happen, but probably not.
No.
Let's face it.
Probably not. I don't know how else do you celebrate that number? There are no other traditional.
It's not like another, what's another 3,000?
I can't think of anything. Even the year 2000 is like 2,000.
Nope.
3,000. Yeah. Lever 2,000. Nope.
Lever 3,000. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where you get another 3,000.
No.
So,
Nothing.
You know what? Everybody send us donations of $3,000 each, and we'll come up with reasons.
Yeah. We'll come up with something really good.
Oh man, you won't believe it. We'll spend at least a third of that on whatever it is.
You know what? And you can put a decimal in that place, and among those four numbers, but not before, but among those four numbers, anywhere you want.
That's right. Do it however you need. That's right. Futurama's set in the year 3000. 3,000 Miles to Graceland's a great movie.
Oh, there we go. Yep, 3,000 Miles to Graceland.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a couple of common 3,000s according to the chat. Can't think of any more though. But anyway, it's good to see you all. Glad to have you all here. I did a thing yesterday that almost made a guy fall down some steps.
All right.
Totally not on purpose. The FedEx guy, or sorry, the Amazon driver guy. He's in the blue van with the smile on it and all that.
Yeah.
Or is it? Yeah, it is a smile, sort of.
It is a smile. Yep. Oh yeah, it absolutely is. And it's connecting A to Z because Amazon has everything from A to Z.
Oh, that's a logistics reference.
The arrow goes from A to Z.
What was their original? They had to have something different in the original logo, right?
I think so too. I can't remember what the original Amazon logo was like when they were a book reseller. Let's
see. It looked like interesting. It was more like a road. Here, I'll pull this up. It looked like this. Oh, it's see-through. Gosh dang it. That's not what I want.
Oh yeah. Like a
better shot of it. I didn't expect it to be transparent. There we go. Like that. So it's like, a little road through the Amazon.
Interesting. Yeah.
And it's kind of an A there, everybody. And then they, let's see, then for a while they had this. Oh, that's crazy. This was Phase 2 Del Boca Vista. Look at that guy.
That the one with the big circle? Oh, weird. Like zebra. Like,
yeah.
Like, okay, we're a river going through a zebra now.
Yep. And it looks like there are others I do not remember. So let's look at this history.
No. There's a frowny face.
This third thing, whatever this third thing is just names. Earth's biggest bookstore. Then Amazon with a giant O. It looks like a sun or a what do you call it when a sun gets blocked out by an eclipse?
An eclipse. Look how quickly, right? Like first they in 1998 they had Zebra River. Mm-hmm. Then they had Garamond extra condensed.
Yep.
Then they had Amazon Circle, and look, none of those were like, no, we don't like any of these. How about a big frowny face underneath the Amazon?
Yeah, it's fun. I always like seeing this because it always kind of gives you an idea of where visions were before things changed.
Yeah.
and how in the beginning it was just like Bezos going, I'm going to make a bookstore online. Or whatever his weird laugh was.
Yeah.
Anyway, so to the point, he was this dude was bringing me boxes, and he had 2 big boxes in his arms, and then there was something for, I think they were maybe dog food or something. I don't know what they were. And he chose to come around our curb and the steps, and then up to where the main porch is. He came there right at the moment that me and Boomer were going outside to take Boomer for a long walk.
Okay.
For a good poo walk, we were going to get in.
Yeah.
And I walked out, and Boomer, who doesn't really bark at anything, starts going, and losing her mind because it freaked her out because he was standing right there. And this guy goes, and teeters a little bit. And he almost fell into like our Flowery, whatever zone that is over there. Oh my
God. Yeah, you're not expecting that. You're, like, all right, well, I got to put somebody else's anchor charger on their porch and take a picture of it.
Exactly. And, so he was a little freaked out, and I said, oh man, I am so sorry. That's terrible timing. He goes, oh, it's okay. I've had way worse. I said, all right, cool.
Had a naked fat guy come out and greet me at the door.
Oh, can you imagine? I'll bet these people have stories.
I bet they do. And it's, I signed up for Amazon Flex, and I still have never done it because every time I look for an afternoon thing, all the afternoon routes are gone. They give you morning routes, plenty of them, but because of daily music headlines, I could be back in time for TMS, no problem.
Sure.
Get out there at 5, do the deal. But because I've got daily music headlines 3 days a week, it's like, well, can't really do that and be back in time to record with Hammond. But I'd love to see what it's like to go and drive and deliver packages instead of.
It's just your car, right? It's not like you have to.
It's just your car.
Okay.
Yeah, you pull up, you wheel a cart out to it. It's already filled with your route stuff. And you load up your car. Yeah, Bobby, I was on the Amazon Flex waiting list for probably about a year before they finally approved me. And so now I'm approved. Now I can take those, but the only ones I can take are ones that are too early for me.
Speaking of logo changes, look at Apple in the beginning, man.
Oh, I know. That first Apple logo is so Grateful Dead.
It
is
rad.
So like
hippie man.
The Portland, Maine Cider Company kind of thing,
Yeah, it looks like a beer brewery, local brewery.
Totally does.
Microbrewery.
It looks so much older than 1976. That thing looks like, the what was the Big Brother and the holding company, the 1918 Fruit Gum Company or something like that? Yeah.
Right. I always forget the name. Yeah. The stripey one, of course. And then it all just sort of stayed the same, just with slight alterations.
Yeah. I do like the 1998, how they said, let's, we really like the look of the iMacs, that plasticky glass.
Mm-hmm. It was like their big return logo.
It was, yeah.
It's funny, they went monochrome in 98 to 2000 and then came back to it 2014 to present. But I kind of like this bottom chrome one with the chrome.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
The 27 to 2013,
Yeah, I think that's cool. Sort of a fan. Anyway, fun stuff to look at.
It's cool. It's very cool.
All right. Brian, how's it going with the court deal?
So, yesterday was going to be my day to call and find out if this thing was really on, if like the court case on March 4th was really going to happen. Before I even had the chance to do it, the Denver district attorney called me and said, hi, I just want to check in with you and make sure you're going to be, that you're planning on being an eyewitness and coming to the case and testifying on March 4th. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. I'm planning on it. She's like, are you comfortable doing that? I'm like, yeah. I mean, all I have to do is answer your questions to the best of my ability.
Right.
And I said, you've seen the video, right? And she's like, no. And I'm like, okay, I thought that's the whole reason you guys were bringing me in, because of this video that pretty much lays the case out flat, like can't really argue it.
It's also your only connection to this, right?
It is my only connection. Well, I was an eyewitness. I was the first person on the scene after the accident.
Okay.
I called in the 911 call to
and you obviously saw it all go down and all that.
I saw it all go down. Okay. So I think that's the other reason. But I thought for sure it's like, okay, well, other people showed up to the accident. They were on the other side of the exit, so they were able to go up to the car. But when she said, no, it said that there was a video in your in your file, but I haven't seen the video yet. And so I had to send it, but because it's not fair for me just to send the DA
No.
the video, it has to go into a thing like it's funny. It's like evidence.com is the website.
Yeah, it's like it's basically joint discovery. You can't keep it from the defense or from the prosecution. Yeah.
So both of them have to look at it, and just got that to them this morning. I had to find it. I couldn't remember what I called it, but
your video might be what calls it off. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be great. That would be great.
Yeah, they could come back and go, well, we didn't know we had this level of evidence. That guy's story is stupid. We're done. He's settled. We're done.
Exactly. We just showed him the video and he said, okay.
Oh, I really hope
he
that's
might take a plea deal or something, but that'd be nice. But yeah, in any case, Wednesday looks like another Wednesday without Brian on TMS next week, potentially, if he does not take a plea deal. So let the bidding for the co-host spot commence.
That's right. My guess is I still have a strong feeling something will.
I'm hoping
pull out last minute. Yes. They always do.
Not settle, but plea deal. Yeah,
they always do these things. Like vast majority in the 90s percentile. These things don't go to court. So
I know.
We'll see.
And who knows how long it'll be till I find that, it might be the morning of, or it could be the day before or something like that. So,
yeah, that's true. And it is still a court proceeding.
It is a court. It is. Yeah, this is actually me coming in and sitting down on the witness stand and, all right, state your name for the record. Brian Coverville Ibbett.
I dare you. I dare you to wear one of the bowling shirts you like and a hat. One of those hats you like.
A funny hat, like my actual funny hat.
Yep. I dare you. I don't have any way to. I don't have any other way to motivate.
I'm not gonna take a selfie while I'm on the stand. Do you mind if I put this on my Insta real quick?
You want to do it? Hold the camera, Judge. You want to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they let you do that.
Right, but Jay Funktastic says use the Tina voice in court. So my wife and I were coming back from a concert that night, and this guy blows past me in his white Charger, and my wife goes, "Oh my God, he almost hit us."
What would they do? What would they do? You didn't let's say you didn't even warn them. Like they're just like, okay, just tell us the best of your ability. You're okay, cool.
Right.
Hand on the Bible or whatever they do. And then whole truth, nothing but the truth. And then Brian does the voice. Oh, I would shit myself. I would laugh so hard.
Well, it's funny you say that because today at 3, I actually have a Zoom call with the DA to basically, run through what they're going to ask me and my responses and all that. So
cool.
It's it's going to be a lot of, nope, you don't need to go in that much detail. It's going to be a lot of, nope, say less kind of thing.
Yeah. They always do. My subpoena stuff I did back in the day was like that. It was like, no, because we had prepared for trial and ended up getting settled. But basically he'd say, okay, how would you answer this? And I go, well, I got that email back in June and I don't remember what I did with it other than I replied with this information. Okay, that's too long.
Mm-hmm.
Back it up.
Right.
Okay. What do you want me to say? I got a email and I had a really hard time translating what that defense lawyer wanted me to do.
Exactly. Getting it down into a little short response thing. But
and I fill air. So what am I going to do when I get up on that stand? I'm going to fill air.
Right. Exactly.
It's my natural state.
It's the worst thing you can do. How many courtroom dramas, Scott, have we seen where you put somebody up on the stand, there's a pause, and because they're nervous, they say too much.
Yeah. Yep. That's usually the core of the whole damn thing.
It is. It's either that or, and a surprise witness coming through the door.
Yep. Or getting Jack Nicholson to admit that he ordered the beatdown.
That's right. Exactly.
They're all the same.
You're darn right. You're darn right. I approved it.
You can't.
The red light or whatever it's called.
Kind of in the mood to watch that again.
I know. It was good.
It's really good. Poor Carl Reiner, man. Mm-hmm. That's one of his best movies.
Yeah.
Let's talk about something
Code
real quick.
Red, that's it. Yeah.
We got. Actually, I want to do this news story. We're going to the news. We're doing the news.
Whoa.
Get ready for the news, everybody. Here it comes. It's the news brought to you by
Coverville. Going to have a double cover stories today on Coverville coming up right after TMS. First up, Chili. What's her full name?
Doyle.
Rosalind? Can't remember her full name. Anyway, Chili, the C of TLC. It's, T-Boz, Chili, and Left Eye Lopez.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's having a birthday, so we're doing a really quick TLC set. Bet you can guess the 4 songs that would be played in that one.
Mm-hmm. I'll bet that Waterfall song makes it.
I'll bet you're right. Probably number 1, probably the most covered song I have by TLC.
Mm-hmm.
And then because both Peter Wolf, lead singer, and Jay Giles, the guitarist of the Jay Giles Band, are celebrating birthdays. Well, Peter Wolf is celebrating his 80th. Jay Giles passed away a few years ago, but he would have also turned 80.
80?
And 80, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. An 80-year-old
runs cold. My memory has just been sold. My angel is in AARP.
Yeah.
AARP magazine.
I get a deal at Denny's.
Right.
But for real, that sounds nuts to me that he's 80. I don't know.
Yeah.
That really hits me for some reason.
Isn't that crazy?
Damn. Yeah. All right.
Anyway, so celebrating birthdays, so we're going to be doing a couple Jay Giles sets of music. So of course, your Love Stinks, your Centerfold, your Freeze Frame, but this was one of the hardest working bands in Boston, doing a lot of covers. These guys were hitting clubs, and they were huge at the time before they hit it big with Centerfold. They had quite the catalog already going. So a lot of older stuff, a lot of older covers that you're going to hear from the Jay Giles Band.
Nice. Right after the show today, we'll do a raid.
Right after the show today, twitch.tv/coverview.
That's right. Watch for the raid, y'all. Get ready to get on that wagon.
Those raids have been working well. People have been coming around, sticking around for the music, and enjoying the music and the Snap, the Marvel Snap playing.
Nice. You know what I want to check in on is that Marvel Rivals deal.
Yeah, because you've been playing some Overwatch with Bo lately.
Yeah.
And Rivals is just basically Marvel. I need to
Overwatch.
get back in there. I played like crazy for 2 weeks and then just really got out of it. And I've been bad about video games altogether. Expedition 33, sitting on hold after the Gestro Village.
Oh yeah.
Dispatch. Next thing I'm excited to play. Waiting for me to get to it. It's like, and
So good.
I know. I have no time for it. It sucks.
You'll rip
I
through
want
that.
free
You'll rip
time.
through that one in like no time though. It's so quick.
I know. I need video games in my life that aren't just like, all right, I've got a minute. Game of Marvel Snap done.
Beep boop beep.
Exactly.
I'm with you. All right, we got to tell you the story. This is pretty great. How much cocaine is in Nantucket sewage out there in Massachusetts? Well, it turns out a lot of cocaine.
A lot of cocaine. Okay, good.
Yeah. 8 months of wastewater surveillance, which is a thing they do.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of that data has now shown consistently elevated levels of cocaine in Nantucket sewage, which spikes in October and December of 2025. They were nearly 3 times the national average. Whew. Even as an island, it's an island. It's a thing off the coast. It's not even connected to the rest of the world.
Right.
Maybe that's part of it. But
Maybe
anyway,
that helps. Yeah.
Says there were. Even as island police have made numerous high-profile cocaine busts, including the largest in department history. I didn't know about that.
There we go. So it's a lot of people flushing coke down the toilet because of an oncoming bust.
Yeah. If I've learned again anything from TV. Cops are banging on the door while a lady is frantically flushing her cocaine down the toilet.
Exactly. Yes, we've all seen it. We've all been there.
We've been there. Freaking, what's her name in Goodfellas, just cramming cocaine down that toilet. Oh, God.
Yeah.
And he was so pissed at her when he got home. Anyway, I love that movie. The levels of harmful substances in Nantucket's wastewater, including fentanyl and meth, are far below the national levels. And even nicotine levels are largely remaining below average there. But for some reason, the cocaine is everywhere. Dramatically outstrip benchmarks for the region and the country at large and have the most attention, making national headlines. Let's see. They go into how it's metabolized. Don't care about that. It says because Nantucket's cocaine levels are above national and regional averages, while BZE is often at the below average. I'm not sure what BZE is.
Benzo leccogonine.
Not benzodiazepine, not those.
No, it's benzoyl. benzoylecgonine. Oh gosh, this is where we need we need the red phone to we need a Dan Patrice, or we need a Jeffrey Tolbert or Jerry Tolbert. Benzo.
I think we start calling Jerry Jeffrey. I like that.
Jeffrey, sure.
Take that, Jerry.
Just got a text from my dad.
Oh.
About the trip to Burlington.
Yeah.
I cannot figure out how to break this word down. Benzolecgonine.
All right. I'm going to believe you.
Lescanine? I don't know. It's that. It's whatever
that is.
You know what? I'm going to copy and paste in the chat room and let somebody break it down for me, because usually I don't have a problem breaking down a word I don't know. This one, there's some weird letters going together, and I don't know where the emphasis should go.
Well, and you're not wrong on your estimation here. It says this is the quote, because Nantucket's cocaine levels are above national regional averages and this other stuff's at lower averages, the most likely explanations include major dumping events.
Ah, there we go. Yeah.
So people are like, shit, it's the pokey, or it's the popo, cheese it, it's the cops, whatever. And they have to go and dump all their cocaine. It says repeated small scale disposal, let's see, concurrent with alcohol, which changes how cocaine is metabolized. They don't think it's just people pooping out cocaine as much as it is like regular dumps, and maybe they have overages. Which
makes sense. Yeah.
Still kind of a mystery, though.
Benzolecgonine. Hold on a second. We're still working on it. Benzoylecgonine.
Is it benzoylecgonine?
Yeah, it's at Zoy. You don't really see Zoy too often in a thing. But,
no, she's in our chat room.
Benzolecgonine.
Let's see. Let's find if we can find our guy that does it.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Today we are looking at the word for a drug that is frequently flushed down the toilets of Nantucket.
All right, is this him? It might be him. No. Wait, maybe. All right. Do I have audio?
Pops and Recline found one too. Okay. Probably the same one.
Different. This is a lady. Let's see. Come on, lady. Say something.
Benzoylecgonine.
Ugh, that's a hard one. Benzoylecgonine. I can't find our guy.
Clearly, I have not taken any benzoylecgonine.
How come nobody's got those? I love it when I can go to a dictionary site.
Yeah.
And they have the multiple voices I can choose from. Let's see. Dictionary. Okay, I'm just going to see if I can find this. This is always fun. Oh, here we go. Merriam-Webster comes to the rescue. Let's play it.
Benzoylecgonine.
I don't think that's right.
That doesn't sound right.
Benzoyl. Oh, hear that again.
Okay, here goes.
Benzoylecgonine.
That's not right.
I think that's bullshit.
I don't think that's right.
Benzoylecgonine.
How about this one?
Benzoylecgonine.
Robot.
Benzoylecgonine.
That's hard for everybody.
Yeah,
man.
Exactly. Talking Moose. We can't figure out what you're saying in the middle there. You're
I'm glad I don't have to use that word a lot. And no wonder they shorten it to BZE.
Totally, yeah.
I would too.
Jeez.
Anyway.
Benzoylecgonine.
There's that story. Check this one out. A Meta executive, over there at the formerly Facebook, now Meta company.
Sure.
They used to make cool VR products, and now they're dumping
Now
it
they
all.
just watch us all and report on us all, and
bastards.
Yeah.
Anyway, a Meta executive goes viral after an AI email assistant deleted her entire inbox.
Yikes.
Oops. Now, there's one problem I have with this. I don't know if this means, they don't really get into it. Because when you say inbox, you could just mean the current mail that's in the inbox. All other mail that's been filed away or archived is fine. Right. But they don't get into that. They just basically say inbox. I assume that means her entire...
She wanted inbox 0, basically, is what she got.
And boy, howdy, did she get it. A Meta employee went viral after revealing an AI email assistant she was using for email management had deleted her entire box without approval. Summer Yu described how she used OpenClaw AI to help manage her inbox. Oh, I've heard of them. Someone was advertising for them on some podcast.
I've never heard of OpenClaw. Huh.
I can't remember what podcast it was. Somebody had an ad for it. Anyway, to help manage her inbox, quickly lost control of the automated cleanup process. She said the assistant began deleting emails despite instructions to confirm actions first, forcing her to rush to stop it manually. In her post, she described the situation escalated as the assistant continued deleting messages while she tried to intervene from her phone. No!
Right. Oh my God. You can just see it. Like it's nothing you can do. Like you're watching a slow motion accident kind of thing.
Yep. She says, here's her quote: "Nothing humbles you like telling your OpenClaw confirm before acting and watching it speed run delete your inbox. I couldn't stop it from my phone. I had to run to my Mac Mini like I was defusing a bomb," said the Meta employee.
That's really funny. So she's just a Meta employee. This is OpenClaw is not a Meta product.
No,
right?
no. OpenClaw is some third party thing.
Just
It's not their deal.
the fact that she's Meta is coincidental, ironic, but not.
Yeah, not directly connected.
Not directly connected.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Look, AI LLMs are really good at certain things, certain tasks.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And they're very time savvy in a lot of ways, and there's a lot of arguments you could make for that.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to hand my keys over to one and say, delete my emails, but make sure you confirm it first, and not know for sure 100,000% that it can follow those instructions.
Yes.
F that, dude. Ooh. Although I have a lot of email I don't really need, so maybe it'd be good for me. I don't know. I have a lot of crap.
know. It's funny. Reading this makes me less like, oh, I better not use that. More like, oh, there's a tool that helps you with that.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like it's the worst possible scenario. Yet I want it now.
Yeah. And it's really, and Sorcel, there was how you say his name in the chat, says OpenClaw is scary. I can't believe people are putting their credentials in it. That's the thing about OpenClaw. If you're going to use it, it can't manage your email without your credentials.
Yeah, you need to log into your email. You are giving somebody else full access to your email, which is like, how you reset all your passwords and
everything else, like giving some
two-factor authentication.
All of the agents that these agent type services that are meant to help automate stuff you do, they all require this level of access that you wouldn't give your freaking brother.
No.
And
I'd much rather. Yeah. I've got that stuff logged into to Apple Mail. That's where I get my mail. I'll wait for Siri's functionality, AI functionality, to help me parse through all my email and
sort your shiz.
Sort my shiz. It's like, all right, can you delete all previous emails from such and such? I don't need those anymore. Or all UPS notifications that I put into, archives so that I could track whether they're coming in or not, and I never delete them afterwards.
Yeah, there's some of these features I've been using Spark for years, and
Spark. Mm-hmm.
They have some function now where I'm supposedly I can go in here and go kill everything with the names or whatever, and it'll do it. But I'm scared to push that button. I ain't going near that.
Yeah.
Right now I'm avoiding it.
I know. It is, the whole thing is a little scary.
Well, in the meantime.
Yeah.
Oh, we got seconds to go. Let's see if she's in yet. If she's in, nope, she's not in yet. We can keep going.
Okay.
Anyway, good luck to that lady. Here's the next story. Falling antlers. I always wondered why this wasn't more common at like a TGI Fridays or something.
Right, or Bennigan's or whatever, yeah.
Places that put shit all over the wall.
Yeah.
And that stuff falls down all the time. So
surprise shit doesn't fall off the walls more often. I mean, you look at that stuff though, and usually it is screwed to the wall. Like there are big, thick screws holding stuff in.
Almost always. Like that's probably there's some rules about that, I would think. I don't actually know.
But that you have to have that, yeah.
But some falling antlers severely injured a couple of people during a dining trip at a Longhorn Steakhouse.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's not even Longhorns or antlers.
I know. If they weren't severely injured, this would be funny. But it's like you just visualize those are spiky ass things falling off the wall, landing on somebody while they're eating their porterhouse.
Yeah, from an animal you wouldn't want to corner out in the wild.
Right, exactly.
You're getting gored after the fact. That sucks. Dennis. Sorry, Dennis and Patricia Schwartz are seeking $150,000 each over the freak occurrence, which took place earlier this month at a Longhorn Steakhouse in Nashville, just in a suburb there a suburb of Madison, I guess, a suburb of Nashville. Anyway, on February 8th, 2025, plaintiffs were dining at this Longhorn Steakhouse, reference above, when a decorative object made of wood and antlers, referred to hereafter as decorative object.
Okay.
Love legal talk. So much fun. Detached from the wall and fell into the plaintiffs due to the being improperly and inadequately secured to the wall of the premises, the pair's complaint states. Both plaintiffs suffered severe personal injuries and damages as a result of this incident. They don't really get into what they talk more about mental anguish and some other stuff, but they don't get into what the injuries were.
Like, how did it impale them?
Yeah.
I mean,
like, how deep does an antler go, you know?
Yeah. I'm
curious. The people want to know. But they're all right. They're living through it, and, they'll probably get their money. This stuff usually goes in favor of people.
This feels like, it would be very bad. It's already very bad optics for the for Longhorn Steakhouse. I mean, the Red Robins have a kayak hanging from the ceiling in all of their stores.
That's a massacre just waiting to happen. Exactly.
It is. Imagine one of those bastards falling on you.
Oh my gosh, dude. Kind of want to be there when it does, though.
my bonsai burger.
I have mental anguish. Pay me.
Right.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes for them, I guess.
My clucks and fries.
All of this has made me want to go to Longhorn and eat.
I know. I want to set up Open Claw on my mail, and then while it's working on it, go out to Longhorn and get something to eat. Yeah.
I think that sounds so good right now. All right, we are going to do a little funsy here. Let's see if I can set this up properly.
Funsy.
You like a little funsy?
I like a little funsy.
Excellent. Let's do this.
Something wrong, Batman? Has anybody seen Wendi?
Well, we have. She's she's in a car outside of the state capitol or something, right? Where are you right now?
I'm not there yet. A few things happened, and I was like, I don't think this audio is going to work, so I'm going to go immediately after we're done.
Oh, all right.
Oh, wow. Is there a protest or something going on, or what's?
Yeah, it's just the legislators are in session again. For the first time.
Yeah.
I guess last week or something. So every organization in the world has their day where they go and do their thing, and so this one's a really cool organization that just works on sustainable everything for everyone all the time. It's a lot of green energy mixed with housing policy and some really cool stuff. So anyway, it's fun. So you go and you sing. It's a lot of singing apparently. And then it's a lot of chit-chatting with legislators. So.
Well, Wendi used to sing all the time. Well, as far as I know, you still sing.
Sing at people.
Yeah, you're going to go sing at them. I think music has the power to change. So I think you should do it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Healing power of music.
Well, we'll get to it so we don't make you late. It sounds like an important civic thing you're doing today, and I don't want to get in the way of that. So we're going to dive right into today's topic. It's not an email. It's not a question. It's just kind of a general idea about trying to not be in control of everything on things you can't control. And feeling like you can't control sometimes will put you in a place where you don't do things you could do to make a difference because you feel like you can't control it. So it feels a little like what's the word? There's some thin ice here because on the one hand, there are a lot of things going on you have zero control about, and just yelling on the internet's going to do nothing. Mm-hmm. But then some of those same things that you feel like you can't do anything, there are actually paths to go do something about them. It feels like what Wendy's doing today might be an example of that. So let's talk about it. The whole what is it? The 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous. They got that one about, help me understand the things I can control and the things I can't, or whatever. How's it go?
Give me the strength.
That's the serenity prayer.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm very familiar with it. Anyway, where do you want to go with this topic?
Okay. Well, all right. Let's just pick. You gave 3 examples of things we should potentially be able to let go of when we feel like let go of the need to control something, or the need to, I don't know what it is, the feeling we have. So we'll get to it. But you mentioned politics, and you mentioned other people, and you mentioned technology.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a question for you to start that we can maybe riff off of.
All right.
What about technology creates this feeling of being out of control? Why would you write that?
So the reason I wrote this, so what Wendy's talking about is I sent this to her last night, if they're confused. But the technology part of it is I've been doing a lot of research on, because, okay, let me start over. Everybody is shouting things like AI is going to disrupt jobs in a really gnarly way, and no one's prepared for it. And this will be like no other shift in human history, certainly American history, definitely internationally. and we're not ready for it, and we don't, blah, blah, blah. And there's different takes on it, and different people with some people crying real wolf, and then others saying, no, it's just, we'll adjust like we do any other big major disruption. The internet was a disruption. We adjusted. Lights and cars were huge disruptions to industries, and we adjusted. So there's a lot of kind of a range of feeling about where we're headed with all this stuff. But I don't think regular day-to-day people have been as slammed with anxiety before this in the way that they are with this specifically, because really what they're saying, the most vulnerable of us are going to be things that forever were considered locked in. If you went and got a computer science degree, you were good, that you were going to go forever. You were, really important job. And this thing's about to swoop in and literally take it away. Like, that's a very vulnerable job. One I heard about yesterday, it's extremely vulnerable, are translators and, what's the other word for that? Well, anyway, I guess just translators, people that do a lot of language translation. Those jobs are poof. Once this hits the road, like, you're done. There's nothing you're ever going to do again. They compared it like back in the day, taxi drivers made a lot more money and were considered like these banks of information because they knew where to go. And they had that knowledge intrinsically in their heads. There weren't maps. There weren't digital help. There wasn't any of that. Nowadays, and certainly more so in the future, nobody needs a guy who knows where to go. All the technology will take us where we want to go. And so they went from really prized parts of this fabric of society to dime a dozen. Anybody can do it. And then, it is where it is today. Very low. Taxi drivers are very low paid, bottom rung now. So it's like that kind of stuff. And I think that right now that technology is just representing a big split for people where if you're in the middle, it's going to get divided with those who make money with AI. And that, when I say that, I mean like big companies, corporations, tech bros, people with tons and tons of money, billionaires are going to be just fine. In fact, they're going to make money off this. Mm-hmm. Everyone else is going to peel off the other way. And opportunity suddenly has a ceiling, because to do anything past that ceiling means you need to be in that upper group. And so there's a lot of that anxiety. And some of this is obscure. Some of this is abstract. Some of it is like, we don't know until it happens. Some of it is overwrought. But I think that's the reason I put technology in there, is it's been on my mind because it's a big topic right now across every industry you can think of, including yours, by the way. There's all this talk about your LLM is getting so good, you will not need a therapist. It will be your therapist, that sort of thing. And you're going to pay $20 a month instead of $400 a session. And, these kinds of anxieties about a thing that could literally drop in tomorrow, in theory, and go, yoink, everything you thought you knew and that mattered is obsolete. Go do something else. So there you go. There's my short, long reason I put technology in there.
Okay, so anyone listening feel anxiety while he talked about it?
Probably.
Raise your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just like to speak on behalf of all therapists who are of a certain age. They can't even get their emails to work. And so it's really scary for them because they don't know how to adjust. Okay.
Sure.
So that's a good example of technology being, if you're right in the thick of it. I mean, the time I got nervous was when one of the guys who developed it was on Trevor Noah's podcast. And he's like, you guys. And I was like, oh, shoot, you're the one involved?
Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah, they all do that too. They all say, we don't know how crazy this could get. We don't know what. And I'm like, you don't know.
You made it.
You built it. You should know. And part of that, I think, is coded language to investors so that they go, oh, yeah, it's freaking so disruptive. Not even these guys can control. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's a lot of that tomfoolery going on. They are selling a product after all. So
that's true. And also, aren't they losing a ton of money on it right now? And they eventually, everyone's banked on the same exact thing, which feels like the housing market. Okay. Anyway, we always do this and we always get scared. And, so one thing I like to tell people to do is I want you to think back to when Bush v. Gore. Do you guys remember when we had to count the dangling chads in Florida?
Yeah. Remember that?
Can you conjure up how you felt back then? Just like,
oh gosh. So we're talking 2000, I guess, right? Was the year?
Yeah. So a long time, 6 years ago, oldies.
And there was that whole, it felt like 2 weeks, 3 weeks where we we didn't know who our next president was going to be. Was it going to be the guy we voted for? Was it going to be the other guy? We sat there just, yeah.
And we based a lot of our happiness on that outcome at the time. And then it all gets solved. And now we have a freaking Bush again. And here we go. And there's like, you settled into life and kept going. That has happened over and over and over again. Except for when we study history, you see all the times where that doesn't happen. And so your own experience is one thing, but we're easily going to forget the 99% of the time, like something we move on and we have something new to be afraid of because this is the way we're built. You know, sometimes though, it's a little stickier or it applies to us. I remember once asking in 2008, like an investment banker, douchebag I was talking to. I meant to say dude. A dude I was talking to.
Right. You meant dude. We know. Yeah, it's just a slip of the tongue. Sure.
A little Freudian slip there. Sure, it happens.
It really is.
Yeah.
I'm not saying all of them are, but he was. Anyway, and we were talking about, I said, will this lead to another depression? Like, is that where we're heading? He goes, so the person who loses their job and gets laid off, it is a depression to them. For the neighbor who knows about it, it's a recession, right? Like, so some of this is your own where you're sitting. And you're right. AI seems to be a thing that kind of covers everybody. And so everyone's nervous about it. Climate change, we're all worried about, we're all worried about, I don't know, fascism and having concentration camps in our country, right? Like all of those things, you can be worried about all of those things and feel absolutely like you, little old you, can do nothing about it.
Yeah.
So the problem is not that you can or can't do anything about something. That is not, it's actually the question our brain will keep sort of repeating, but that's not the real problem. The real problem is what we are actually doing that puts us and keeps us in fear. So, I mean, we've talked a lot on the show about, you're over consuming way past your body's and your brain's ability to process horrible things, right? And we do it just so innately now. It's just you wake up and you fill your brain with the crazy and then you go live your life. And so we're desensitized on one hand, but we're also just absolutely nothing is sort of doing what it should do. Think about this historically. If there was terrible news, like the village is on fire, you are going to need all of your resources online to run and go help put that fire out because you're going to lose everything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When I'm reading about AI taking over my job, it should make me still scared and want to run and put out a fire. But because I don't know what to do, I'm sitting here alone reading about it. Like I just have to take the fear and then do what? Metabolize it somehow, right?
Yeah.
Just have it. I don't know. Eat some candy.
Well, they always say you should turn this stuff into action. And that's the trick, right? That's the how. Like in your case, let's say, where you're like, I'm alone. I can't. There's the fire I need to put out is not visible. It's in the ether. It's it's a concept.
The virtual fire.
Yeah, it's not even really a fire, but it's enough of one that could really disrupt me. So here I am feeling like I have no power to put out this fire that is definitely a fire. Like that's hard, man. It's a hard feeling is what I'm saying.
So I'm not very good at this. This is not like so everyone just buckle up. I usually am not very good at revealing because that's therapy, right? If your therapist talked about themselves the whole time, you would be like,
be weird,
no, and wouldn't come back. Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm going to use myself as an example because I was so overwhelmed by everything and that feeling of there's nothing you can do, right? Just the powerlessness of there's just so much bad. And so I started with, I took my own advice, which is my advice today. And it might sound a little drastic for somebody who's just like, no, I would like to continue to doom scroll, but you have to stop. Like you absolutely have to stop doing it because what it does is it is you quote unquote doing something. It's just enough doing. I'm informed. It's so important that I'm informed. It's an illusion that you have done something and so then you are paralyzed. Like I wonder if there's a good analogy of like just enough to be frozen, right? If you didn't know about it, then you're just oblivious, right? But if you know too much about it, you're frozen. So there's got to be something, utilizing our brain. So I got off social media. I got off all news. I have not gone back. I've gone back a little for like Olympics social media, and that's about it.
Sure.
But you think I'm not aware of what's happening? I'm aware. Trust me. I'm aware. And people always are telling me to. So there's that. Yeah. Anyway, so point being, what happened, and this is what I wanted to see. Now, granted, I live in Minnesota where there's a lot of continuing organization happening, and there's a lot still happening. I just talked to a client this morning who's the restaurant down the street was raided the other day. Every single person was taken without even papers looked at. It just, if you're brown, that's it. And so that is happening everywhere. It's just maybe not your neighborhoods yet, but it is happening in my neighborhoods, right? So it's like I could sit on my phone or I could go to the Capitol because it's really easy to find something to do right now here, right? So, but what I found is that my energy to do so really shifted. And we've had a few things going on in our family, Scott.
Yeah, you think?
But on top of that, I have had, I made all the signs for our local caucus, and Adam was a delegate, and we're doing like the most grassroots, not sexy stuff in the world, but because somebody has to do it. And the people doing it right now are 80. Everyone is 80 that does all of democracy. I don't know if you guys know this, but they are old and they don't use amazing. Google Docs, and it's killing me. And they write handwritten signs. And
my gosh,
we couldn't help ourselves. And so we just started, and super basic, right? Really basic, but made a big difference. And then with all the social workers that I'm connected to, they are all freaked out and their clients are freaked out. Everyone is not okay. So within that organization, a friend of mine and I are starting these in-person gatherings where we can just support each other. So what goes on of like, oh my gosh, we're all alone. I can't do anything. I'm doing the most boring, basic versions of connecting and community building. And you know what I don't feel? I don't feel scared or out of control. And it's because I am biologically going to the village to pour water over the fire. Like, we know that traumatic sort of PTSD, any kinds of really sticky traumatic things often stick so much and are so traumatic for lifelong debilitating reasons, because the person was unable to do anything. So they were trapped in the car when there was the car accident. They didn't fight back when they were being attacked because they were frozen. They will do way worse than someone who was fighting the whole time and scratching people's eyes out, right? We have major emergencies that we've researched, like who does well, who doesn't. And the people who can do a little bit, they can do something, are going to fare way better psychologically and emotionally. So we are all traumatizing ourselves on purpose and then doing nothing. And then you wonder why we're all not okay, right? So it sounds like, oh, there's this simple formula. It kind of is. But I don't know if you can get to your grassroots work and community building if you're paralyzed on your couch or you're constantly entertaining yourself or eating and drinking your feelings away, right? Like, we get frozen. We have these techniques to do that. It's built into our very distracted society. But the very core ways we can feel the most human is to belong to something, to have meaning, to be around human beings more, and to not have the news like ringing in our ears all the time. I have a few friends who just get physical papers now, and you should see them. They're like zenned out, and that's all they'll do. They'll read the paper in the morning with their coffee, and then they'll be like the olden days.
I was going to say, these are also 80-year-olds, right?
No, these are 30 and 40-year-olds who are like, I can't live like this.
Yeah, there are people going, there's a real switchback happening.
Is it the Star Tribune or the Pioneer Press that they're reading?
Nice, dude.
Yeah. Brian used to go out there and work those papers back in the day.
That's right. I used to walk the skyways between the Minneapolis Star Tribune and the
Pioneer Press.
Isn't that weird that they're all connected? Like here, this Tribune and the Deseret News are also like, they use half of each other's stuff. Every city's got like two papers.
It's a JOA. It's a joint operating agreement.
Is that what they call that?
Yeah, they can maintain one set of presses, and one is your morning, one is your evening. It used to be that's the way it always used to be in cities. You'd have a morning paper and an evening paper, and they'd use the same presses, but they were still independent editorial bodies, so they could have completely different opinions. But
which is valuable.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure.
Like valuable. A friend of mine was in Miami at this conference with all these journalists from like all over the country and just talking about what is happening. Her organization just supports local journalism. Because if you don't know what is happening right where you live and you're only focusing on horrible things elsewhere, you're even worse off in this regard, right? And so she said they had just these most inspiring talks and it was incredible. And then the final speaker, this is so funny, was the CEO of The Onion.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And he is brilliant apparently and has a sailor's mouth. And she's like, it was so funny. We went from this very professional meeting to every other word was the F word. But then he was talking about just the power of satire. Like that the jester can say all the things in the court, king's court, right? And how close sometimes it really is to the truth is so funny.
Yeah, no,
anyway,
that's why they always say, you know, without people like, I don't know, Jon Stewart's probably the best example. Without that satire, you're screwed. And when they start, if you live in a society that starts clamping down on that, oh boy.
Yeah, which I've never heard that happening here.
No, never. What are you talking about?
Oh. Anyway, okay, so here's my final advice to people is if you are feeling this, like you are helpless, because you wrote the word control, Scott, and I don't think that's people that is actually control seeking. You might feel that way a little bit, right? I think it's more that the helpless feeling.
Yeah, that's really what
overwhelmed.
Yeah, that's more what I mean. Because control, there's a difference between people who need to control everything and people who just feel out of control.
Yeah.
We're called control freaks.
They can't decide on their own life or what, you know.
That's right. Yeah.
I think I've learned one thing in the last 6 months is that the people have always claimed they want freedom, only just want freedom for themselves.
Yes, exactly. And
everything else is fine. And the scary part about that is just like, you know, when you put yourself in someone else's shoes or you're in a more diversified scenario, you just realize like, no, we're all the same. And we all thrive better when we have some security and some freedom. Like those are pretty basic human needs. And the fact that we've come from how far we've come as a species to a place where laws work, or, you know, the fact that it's threatened is really scary because we've really evolved to get to a place where equal protection under the law was hard fought. This was not just like, yeah, that makes sense. But for those of us who have always benefited from equal protection under the law, we don't think about it until it's literally next to you being ripped away from somebody.
Right.
Because of all of the things. Anyway, and so, yeah, my advice would be to just even like a small experiment of just stop for one day. Just like one day, don't look at any of it.
Mm-hmm.
You can play your games and you can hang out with your people and you can watch an old movie that you have to put on a Casayt or on a
Casayt?
A Casayt tape. Or something. Get old school for one day and then it takes a little more to detox. I promise it does. But, you know, and then don't do that and do something else. Like literally anything else. Go to the local bar and say hi to somebody. Like literally hold a door for a person. Mm-hmm. Just do anything else that is, like the kids say, touch grass, right? Find a way to not have your brain, you know, sort of taken over. Yeah. Because the people who are out there doing the real work of democracy, we cannot just have 80-year-olds, you guys. No. They're going to die. Yeah. We need the younger folks. But you just need people to see a problem. I always say to my kids, this is my favorite phrase. They love it, which is, see a need, meet a need. See a need, meet a need. And the key is, I'm raising boys. So I'm like, you need to look around. You need to see that your sock right there is ruining everyone's life. So pick up your nasty
Leaving
sock.
that in the living room in front of the couch
is murdering me. I act that way. It's pretty gross. You have not smelled those feet in a while, guys.
Oh,
you forgot.
I'm sure.
No, dude, it's like a bag of Doritos on fire. It's the worst.
That would be better. Yeah. Doritos on fire is better.
Yeah.
No, but it's that idea of like, look around, right? And see a need and meet a need. And I work with people all the time who have their hearts 100% in the right place and they're just frozen because they've like when I went to these caucus meetings, they had us raise our hands if this was our first time doing anything with politics. And it was 85% of us just going, we are brand new. Or they'd say, what was your first foray? I was like, well, in 7th grade, I did a thing. Or
I was in the mock
trials,
elections.
whatever.
Yeah, right.
Exactly, right? And so most of us have just breezed by without having to do squat in life, if we're honest about the situations that we live in. So it can be really small, guys. It could be just the thing you care about. Who cares? As long as it's not, it's involving others and it matters to you and there's meaning for you. So your Discord channel group chat is probably one of the most important things you have going. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So take that and do a little good with it, as opposed to maybe feeling alone. I mean, that's the thing. It's what we're talking about is a lonely behavior that keeps us scared, disconnected, hating others. I mean, that's why the comment sections look the way they do, right? Mm-hmm. Is it's not someone in a group going, what should we say? Let's debate that first before we write that down. It's usually us in our amygdalas firing fear, anger, hate, whatever. My own life sucks, so I'm going to take it out here. And we're just sloshing around in that muck, and it makes our lives feel a certain way.
Well, it's a good time to re-up this. We have a group in our Discord called the Do-Gooders. It's basically just a channel all about people organizing ideas. Like, what can I do locally? Or, hey, we did this. You might find this is an option where you live, and it made a huge difference to a few families. Or whatever it is, we created this to do that very thing. And we don't promote it enough. So today's the day. Go to the Frog Pants Discord, frogpants.com/Discord. If you're not already in there. If you are in there, it's in the Frog Pants General group. Just look for Do-Gooders and get in there. It's inspiring stuff, too, because everybody's running, they're doing like charity streams and raising money. Yeah. And it's just great to see. So we have our methods within this very community to do more of this stuff. So check that out.
100%. And I have one more request. If you are a Republican leaning, middle of the road, also please get involved. We need you to take back that freaking party.
It's barely a party. Somebody asked me today, said, what's wrong with your 2-party system? I said, we don't have a 2-party system. I feel like we have a 2-personality system now.
Yeah, that is a way better way to talk about it.
Yeah, it really feels like it. So yeah, come on, centrists and moderates. Please. I voted for Bob Dole. I like Bob Dole. Bob Dole says, look at me.
Is that why you voted for him? Because he talked in the first person?
Kinda. Because he carried a pen.
Yeah, and, I like that he always had a pen, exactly. Yeah. And he also was
somebody that's always got a pen handy.
He was a war hero. He was like one of the last World War II hero dudes who got hurt in the war and was still and you know what? Take a snapshot at Bob Dole in his prime. Place it in today's political spectrum. The Overton window has shifted so hard. He looks like a lefty freak.
He totally does. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So, okay. When you feel overwhelmed and out of control, take a couple deep breaths and then get some help from your friends, right? Find people. Like, the antidote is people. And I know so many, especially COVID kids and how we've all changed. Like, we're so much more isolated than we have been. And it is a problem. And so find a way, even if it's one person or a stranger, to just build on that. There is nothing that creates more safety than actual human connection for us psychologically. And all the time we're going to face, you think about let's do the Lord of the Rings, the final battle.
Yeah.
Any of it, right? You got to rouse the troops, but it's because someone's standing next to you. And look at me, I'm ready for a rally. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can tell you're stoked.
I got to go.
Yeah. Well, get out there and get it done. NoBetterYou.com for more information about other stuff Wendy's got going on. We'll talk more about it next time. All but good luck out there today, and don't let anyone garrison your Keeler. All right? You're in Minnesota, for heaven's sakes. All right, bye. I don't know what that meant.
Nope.
Okay.
Let your woe be gone.
There you go.
Yes.
That actually works because you're trying to get rid of your woe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, you guys. This is the end.
This is
the end,
where the
my
rubber
friends.
meets the road.
Exactly. Now, a little bit of shift in schedule. I have a doctor's appointment today at 1, and so we had to push core, and instead of pushing it later today, John had something else that he had to do. So we're like, let's just shift it all to Friday. So Friday, later than usual, 4 p.m. is when we start it. because that's when Bo gets back from what he's doing. We're going to have a quarter live core.
It's because you guys are going to go play the Marathon Open Beta, isn't it? That's the whole reason.
I don't think so. I am interested in that game, but I'm going to wait till that thing's out, I think.
Yeah, I was such a Marathon fan in the 90s when it first, or 90s, early 2000s when it first came out. That was my big first person shooter.
Yeah.
And
Marathon was awesome.
It's the new one's Battle Royale, right? It's basically...
No, it's extraction shooter. So it's like...
good.
More like... I don't know what to compare it to that you might have played. You haven't played Arc Raiders or Tarkov or any of that. They're basically... How do I explain them? They're go in, shoot up a bunch of stuff, get as much loot as you can, and get out. That's like what it sounds like. Extraction shooter. Trying to extract stuff.
Yeah. So not... Okay, so I'm still competing against other players live, or no? I'm just doing
you are. Yeah.
Okay.
And some NPC, like non-player character stuff is also involved in the world.
Okay.
It's not very different than a traditional Battle Royale, which is all, map shrinks and gets smaller. It's not like that.
Exactly. Okay.
But Marathon, and more recently Arc Raiders is a huge success, and it made it a lot more accessible to regular players who have lives. Tarkov is a freaking nightmare, I think. But
and it's funny for me to say this after already saying I don't have time to play the games I have. Let me play some Marathon.
Yeah, let me get Marathon. Yeah,
exactly.
But it is, Bungie made the original Marathon. They're making this one. There's a good heritage there. A lot of people were poo-pooing this, but I think
remember those aliens that it's like I have such a great memory of Marathon.
It was great. It's back when they were making Mac games and stuff.
Yes.
Cool. Anyway,
and what was their other one? There was like Castle Wolfenstein and
hell yeah,
wasn't that? Yeah.
Well, that was it. But yeah,
that was it. Okay. What was the other? There was another Bungie.
Bungie did not Day.
It was right around that time.
Not Day of Defeat. What's DoD? That's Day of Defeat. What am I thinking of? They had another one. Of course, Halo.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did Myth. Myth was awesome, but Myth was this top-down,
Myth was
strategy deal.
I loved Myth too. Pathways into Darkness. Thank you, Billsia. POD.
That's
or PID. Pathways into Darkness. My God, that thing hooked me.
Yeah. That was good, wasn't it?
It was good. Oh my God, just looking at the... Jeez,
Luke says, okay, Luke, Castle Wolfenstein was like Half-Life. No, it wasn't. It was nothing like Half-Life.
Yeah, in the fact that it was a game that was 2 words, had a 2-word title. Yes, it was like Half-Life.
Oh yeah, you're right. If they had 2 words,
yeah,
and Half-Life, it didn't even have a dash like Half-Life does. Anyway, let's get out of here. So there's that 4 p.m. tomorrow. That'll be a thing. And then today, right after the show, we're going to do a raid and everything out of the live chat so Brian can do Coverville. So be ready.
TLC and the J. Giles Band.
That's right. Don't go chasing waterfalls. And then what's the other one?
Centerfold, Freeze Frame. Oh, what's the other TLC song?
It's the one about Scrubs.
Scrubs, no Scrubs.
I ain't got no Scrubs. A scrub is a guy that can't get the car to go or whatever. I don't know how it goes.
That's exactly right. You've absolutely 100% nailed all the lyrics.
All right. Well, speaking of music, let's play one on the out here. What do we got?
Sure. Leslie, Logan's mom, wrote in, and she, like me, watched a ton of the Olympics, including the figure skating. She says, an Olympics figure skater from Austria just skated to this cover, and I had to pause watching her routine just to request it. Please play this as soon as you can because it is just excellent.
Oh, very nice.
I'm gonna. This is by a group called the Rock Orchestra. Hadn't heard of these guys before, but they've got an entire album of covers like this. And this one, the album is called Classics Volume 1, came out last year. And this one actually happens to feature Halocene as well. So, what a great combo. Nothing Else Matters, Metallica's song covered by the Rock Orchestra with Halocene.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
We need his ass.